I got into teaching not originally intentionally, frankly. I think it was just a matter of somebody, I was playing and somebody approached me and asked me if I could give them a lesson. And then somebody else approached me about a private lesson. And then it's interesting because as a teachee, sometimes we don't think about how we become teachers. And not every great teachee is a great teacher. You have to decide what is important to learn, in what order those learning elements should be in, and then how to present them. And so it's a work in progress for all of us teachers, but it's a great challenge and a very worthy one, obviously, too. I think it was just a matter of continuing, interest in having people want to have me either give them lessons. I ended up writing my first book about 25 years ago, and I've written several instructional books, jazz books and play-along books and all kinds of different things. And so it's great because I've always found that as I strive to become a better teacher and find more and more information to share with my students, I learn and I become a better player. And it's a win-win, absolutely. I know it's a cliche, but it's absolutely true. It's half the reason, to be perfectly honest, why I enjoy teaching so much, because it just helps me grow as a player and as a musician. The idea with my ArtistWorks Jazz Saxophone School is, this is how I think of it. I think that if you are on a deserted island and all you have is a saxophone and a reed and a mouthpiece and a ligature and a neck strap and a computer, and the only thing you have to learn is through my Jazz Saxophone School, do I have all the tools there necessary for you to become a great saxophone player? That's what I thought about as I was putting my curriculum together. That's what I thought about as I was filming my curriculum, and that's what I think about continuing to do with my video exchanges with all of my students. When you think of it that way, you think about, okay, think overall. It's interesting because it's a macro process and it's also a micro process. On a macro level, what are all the different things that that a person would need to become a good saxophone player? And then you break it down. And it's not just a matter of on a micro level, just okay, you need this, and you need this, and you need this, and you need this. But they have to be sequenced in such a way that makes sense. And you can't go from here to here to here to here to here to there. It has to be linear. It has to be, just like any other course. And so it's a great challenge. And it took me months and months and months of labor of love, but labor nonetheless, to put this program together. And it's a constant living, breathing, growing organism. It's not that we just present our original material. You're never done. That's the great thing about learning. We're never done learning and we're never done teaching. And so my school is going to continue to be updated, but it's also going to be great because not only are my students going to be learning from me, but they're going to be learning from each other because we have these video exchanges that go back and forth. And all the exchanges from the students, from myself, are available to everybody in the school. So if you have a question, perhaps you have a question that you're not quite sure how to ask, or you're intimidated for whatever reason, you can look and see, oh wait, that question has already been asked. And then you can see, oh wait, well if it's been asked, then Eric's answered it, and then you can look at my response. And at the same time, I know people are going to be sending me exchanges, asking me questions that I'm going to say, oh, well yeah, that's a good question. How come I haven't included that? And it's going to be the very next thing I add to my site is going to be that. That's why I'm so, that's one of the reasons why I'm so excited about this school, is because not only is it going to continue to grow, but I know that, I'm going to learn right along with everybody else. No matter what level you're playing at, there is a basic section, there's an intermediate section, and an advanced section. And so you can, if you're in the basic section, I approached it like you've never put the horn in your mouth ever, and this is your very first introduction to the horn. So all the tools you need to get up and running are there. On the intermediate level, there are all sorts of different, you name it, scales, exercises, harmonic exercises, because I always think about music as being you play music, but you also have to learn the technique involved to playing that music. So in the intermediate section in particular, I really drive home the importance of all those practice tools, but not just drive them home, but I've presented a whole pile after pile after pile of material to work on. And I play through everything so a student can play along with me during the lessons, and they have available to them all the PDFs. We have lots and lots of PDFs. We have lots and lots of MP3 tracks that are downloadable, obviously, that go along with most of the lessons. And then in the advanced section, there's all kinds of different songs that the student can play along with, and just different, advanced concepts, advanced you name it, harmonic concepts, melodic concepts, articulation concepts, tone concepts, and improvising concepts, and technique concepts, all kinds of different things. So that's the great thing about this, is that the school does continue to grow, and as it grows, you have more and more and more things to choose from. I'm approaching my school, in this kind of a broad sort of a way where, because of this great video exchange technology, I can upload whatever. If I'm, I travel a lot, so if I'm playing in a couple of days, I'm going to London, and so I can be backstage at Ronnie Scott's saying, "Here we are at Ronnie Scott's, and here we are about to play the gig. How you guys doing? What's going on?" And or be filming a gig, and I can watch if I'm playing with some great musician. I can say, "Hey, check out the solo," and film it right on my phone, and then just upload it like it's a Facebook page or whatever. And it's that kind of, it's so great because the technology is at the point where we can do all kinds of different things, and we're limited, by virtually nothing when it comes to, being able to communicate to each other. The concept here at ArtistWorks is about shared learning, about video exchanges, and about creating a curriculum that can take you from wherever you are to where you want to go. And that is what we as teachers here at ArtistWorks are trying to create. A school where you can go as far as you want to go and learn as much as we can possibly give you.